Hey folks, it's Dr. Braddock, and I have to share a pretty amazing story with you. The other night, I was doing a dinner lecture in the community, and you guys know that's something that I am really passionate about, is being able to speak in front of groups and really share a message of health. But beyond that, after this dinner, a gentleman came up to me, and mind you, this is after my presentation. A gentleman came up to me and he said, "Doc, you know what you said is great, I really enjoyed it." He said, "You know, the funny thing is, I was perfectly healthy until I turned 50 years old." And, you know, I'm scratching my head, and I said, "Well, really, how so?" And he goes, "You know, I was healthy as a horse, and just shortly after I turned 50, all within that next year, I had 6 stents in my heart. Had to have triple bypass heart surgery, came down with some pretty terrible digestive problems, and developed cancer that he had to fight. All when he turned 50. He said, "You know, it's just one of those deals. I was healthy until 50, but, you know, sometimes age really will get to you." It was all I could do to control myself in that environment, because this gentleman really just hadn't gotten the message yet. But I want you to stop for a second. I'm going to say to you what I really wanted to say to him, but I want you to stop for a second, and I want you to really think, is that a very logical statement? Healthy as a horse, turns 50, immediately has a myriad of very serious health conditions. Does that make any sense to you? Imagine this. Let's just stop and imagine this. Say that I'm driving a car I never maintain. I haven't ever gotten out of my car and looked at the tires since the day I picked it up several years ago. I drive the heck out of my car. I use it every single day to go from place to place. So every day I rely on my car to get me from place to place. And I never maintain it. I never look at the tires. I never do anything. All of a sudden, I'm driving down the road. My tire, boom, blows out, blows to smithereens. The wheel jerks hard to the left. I cross the median. I am in oncoming traffic. I'm doing everything I can. I am white knuckle, bare knuckle, trying to pull my car back off out of oncoming traffic just to save my own life. When the smoke clears, I've barely avoided certain death. I'm on the side of the road. My head is in my hands, and I look up. The cops come, and I say, "My tires were perfect until it blew out." My tire was beautiful. It had tread that thick until the moment that it blew out. Do you think that makes any sense? Do you think that's accurate at all? Blowouts just don't happen. All right? They certainly don't happen to well-kept new tires unless there's crazy circumstances. Blowouts are the very last thing to show up in the wear, in the overuse of the life of a tire. If that tire is not mounted properly, if it's not wearing properly, if it's being overused, it's not been maintained or changed or rotated, eventually, with enough abuse, that tire is going to be unable, no matter how amazing a tire is, how high quality of the rubber or the tread, if you abuse it and you misuse it for so long without either replacing it, rotating it, or tending to it, eventually it has no other choice but to blow out. Your health is the same way. God has created a miraculous human body that can withstand a tremendous amount of abuse that we dole out every single day. All right? We continually abuse our bodies. Some never maintaining it, never giving it a second thought and saying, "It's still driving, there's no problem yet," right? We just cover up our eyes. You know, there's a little symptom. We have a pain here, or we start to feel a little bit different. We start to notice our energy levels wane, and we think, "You know what? I saw a commercial, and there's a pill for that. There's a pill for every ill. I'll just cover up those symptoms, and by God, I'll just keep driving this thing until there's a blowout." And unfortunately, in America today, we have so many people. Everyone is on the side of the road with a tremendous blowout. Their head is in their hands. All right, they've just been given tragic information because they don't understand why there is a blowout. What happened? Health does not go away overnight. All right, it goes away gradually over time. And if we maintain our bodies, if we fuel our bodies properly, first with proper nutrition, if we move our bodies properly with the proper motion and exercise, and then finally, if we maintain a proper nervous system, if you're getting adjusted on a regular basis so that your brain can communicate with every tissue cell of the body, that's how you maintain a body healthy over a lifetime. Can tragedy happen? Of course. Maybe you hit something in the road that was not even supposed to be there. Are there extenuating circumstances? Of course. But for the most part, people day in and day out are being stranded on the side of the road, hopeless and helpless, and upset because their health went away immediately when in fact it didn't. It was just like those tires that over time begin to wear, unattended to. Eventually nothing else can happen. Nothing good can happen. Something big's going to happen. If you have any questions about health, if you need a coach, you need someone to come alongside you and help you get healthy, we can do that in our office with nutrition, with exercise, and with regular chiropractic care. I welcome you to come into our office to give us a call if there's anything that we could possibly do for you. I thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I thank you for sharing it with people who really need to hear this message. I look forward to seeing you soon. God bless.